Let's take a look at this assisted flipper. It's a zero tolerance 0350 ST pocket knife. I love traditional knives, but I love these assisted flippers. They come out so quickly, they're amazing. You have this in your pocket, you end up using it for all kinds of weird stuff. And stuff it probably wasn't intended for. I've banged nails in. I know that's wrong, using it as a hammer. I've carved 2 axe handles with this thing. I've also pried nails out of wood, turned screws with it. I can't even list them all. There's so many things I've done with this knife, and it's held up amazingly well. 100% utility for me, and I'm not abusing it, but I'm definitely using it hard. And I've been using it hard for over 5 years now. It's literally been in my pocket almost every single day for over 5 years. So I do have some time on this knife, and it's held up amazingly. So yeah, you end up using it for stuff maybe it wasn't designed for or whatever. So this is the 350 ST version, so it has a serrated blade. And you know, looking back, I'm thinking to myself, would I do that again, or would I just go with the straight blade? You know what, I would for sure. This thing has been so useful, cutting stuff, shaving down wood, ripping, cutting rope. It's very utilitarian. So in that sense, definitely would. It's a bit of a pain to sharpen, but you know what? I think I've sharpened these guys once, and I just do the usual to the whole thing, and it keeps it nice and sharp. But again, it's a really kind of a utility blade, and that's what I've been using it for. So would I do it again? Yep, 100%. And that serrated blade is absolutely amazing on cardboard boxes. It shows a bit of wear, but I like that. There's some patina on it. There's a little wear on the handles. It's kind of rounded here and there, but it just keeps working. I've only cleaned it, I think twice in 5 years, just getting the pocket lint and crap out of it, out of the bearing. But really, it's held up amazingly well. I cannot complain, and I definitely give it a 10 plus. So I've had this for a long time. I'll have to check the serial number to make sure exactly what date, but I'm thinking at least 5 years ago. This would be a higher end knife, I would think. The sky's the limit with knives, of course, but it's not cheap. I think they go for around 300 bucks Canadian. I think I paid around 260-ish back then. But again, this is a higher end knife, I would think. I have lots of cheap knives, and there's nothing wrong with cheap knives. But this one is obviously lasted the test of time, you know what I mean? So this guy has been around, it's been kicking around in my pocket for 5 years, and I've had 0 issues with it, none. There's some wear on the handle scales, which is fine, that's just from being in my pocket. Got no issues with that. So let's go over the specs. Overall length is 7.625 of an inch. Cutting edge is 3.125 of an inch. The blade steel is CPM S30V, and I love this steel. Man, it's rugged. And I haven't chipped it yet, which is kind of amazing because I have done some weird things with it, like prying nails and just weird stuff. So it is hard, so it does take, you take some time sharpening it, but it's not crazy. Handle thickness is 1/2 inch, so that's a 1/2 inch there. The handle scales are G-10. And like I said, the handle scales have just kind of rounded a little bit more from being in my pocket for so many years. The weight is 6.20 ounces, so it's not a lightweight for sure. You're carrying it, but it's not bulky. 1/2 inch in my pocket is really, it's nothing, so I have no issues with it. The pocket clip, I have it set up right now for right-handed tip up, but you can change that up. There's holes here to mount the clip, and for left-hand use as well. They have them on both sides, top and bottom, so totally you can switch this around, no issues. But again, this has been a great knife, and Zero Tolerance makes some awesome products. And again, this is a higher end knife, and you know what, you get what you pay for most of the time. So the 3 screws you have on the handle scales, this one here has been rubbed almost where I can't get a driver in it. And I don't know what that is from. It's because it's right up top here and it's rubbing. It is inside my pocket, but it has worn a bit, so it was a bit tough to get that out. Not a big deal though, these are replaceable, but again, this has been 5 years at least in my pocket. So there's my review on the Zero Tolerance 0350 ST flipper pocket knife. It's a great product. I give it high fives. It's an awesome thing. 2 thumbs up. Anyway, thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, and I'll talk to you soon.